9 famous people whose inspirational stories will motivate you today. Not every person falls into progress with their first attempt. Indeed, not many of us do. Life for the vast majority is an excursion of self-disclosure, discovering what our identity is, what we're best at, and how we can have any kind of effect in this world. Shockingly, the certain deterrents that plague our way can leave us speechless. Probably the best places to search for motivation during times of difficulty are from the individuals who have prevailing through the intense occasions. Some you may have known about, some may astound you, yet ideally all will rouse you today. 1. Oprah Winfrey. Noted as one of the most persuasive ladies on the planet and a very rich person, Oprah has positively found real success. With her prosperity on the Oprah Winfrey Show, life accounts, radio shows, and association in the weight reduction industry, it's difficult to envision that her life was definitely not great. In any case, she had a lot of defeat as a little youngster. She was destined to a poor single parent, lived in neediness, and was explicitly mishandled on various events. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Oprah Winfrey 2. Stephen King. The vast majority of us know Stephen King as the contorted essayist who quite often sets his shock stories in Maine. Until this point in time, he has created and sold as much as 350 duplicates of his books. In any case, being a creator isn't in every case simple since it accompanies a great deal of rivalry. Extraordinarily, King's first novel was dismissed a sum of multiple times before a firm would distribute it. He even tossed the book Carrey in the receptacle, surrendering. Fortunately for us, his significant other angled it out of the canister and the rest is history. Either get busy living or get busy dying. Stephen King 3. J.K. Rowling. This British local's prosperity is no mystery to anybody, regardless of whether you're an enthusiast of Harry Potter or not. The Harry Potter domain is esteemed at about $15 billion. Truly, you read that effectively. Many individuals don't think about Rowling that she experienced an extreme time only preceding the appearance of her books. She wedded, endured misuse, had a little girl, at that point separated from her significant other. She lost her mother to MS and needed to put herself on government assistance just to get by. Additionally, the first Harry Potter book was likewise dismissed by the entirety of the significant British distributing houses. When one at last said truly, the establishment took off right away. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. J.K. Rowling 4. Bill Gates. Indeed, it wouldn't have been long until Bill appeared on the rundown. He's most popular for Microsoft and being unbelievably rich as a result of it. In spite of his fitness for business and mind-boggling acumen, his first undertaking fizzled. This endeavor, likewise innovation-related, wouldn't work during an introduction to potential purchasers. Thank heavens Bill didn't surrender after this underlying disappointment, or the entirety of our lives would most likely look a great deal changed at the present time. Life is not fair, get used to it. Bill Gates 5. Bethany Hamilton. Bethany Hamilton is an amazingly capable expert surfer who won her division of the NSSA National Championship. The kicker? She had a brush with death at 13 years of age when her left arm was nibbled totally off by a shark. For those in the wearing domain searching for some motivation, look no farther than this genuinely valiant soul who was back on the surfboard just a month later. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Bethany Hamilton 6. Jim Carrey. Excessively energetic, high-vitality specialist Jim Carrey was not constantly a comedic achievement. While he was in his initial adolescence, his family turned out to be poor to such an extent that they depended on living in a van. Youthful Jim even dropped out of school to attempt to help bolster the family. Following quite a while of going from parody club to satire club to do stand-up, Carrey was at long last perceived as an extraordinary comedic ability and is currently perhaps the greatest star in the business. I just want to be myself. Jim Carrey 7. Vera Wang. Vera is probably the greatest name in the style business today after having gotten her beginning planning wedding dresses at age 40. She is an extraordinary case of somebody who didn't locate their actual calling until somewhat further down the road. Vera began as a competitor yet neglected to meet all requirements for the 1968 Olympic figure skating crew. At the point when sports didn't turn out as she'd trusted, she worked at Vogue however never rose to the top. Today, she is immense in the design domain with a business worth more than $1 billion. She even effectively broke into the adornment structuring industry. Don't be afraid to take time to learn. Vera Wang 8. Walt Disney. As pretty much everybody knows, the Disney Company is one of the most rewarding organizations in presence, with exclusive expectations of value and a ceaseless stream of developments. Walt himself was terminated from a paperwork right off the bat in life since he needed creative mind. After a couple bombed organizations, Disney's playful mentality was unmistakably what propped him up forward. He's been cited saying that a kick in the teeth might be the best thing on the planet for you. When his first film Snow White debuted, obviously, the rest became history. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney. 9. Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn may not be everybody's concept of the ideal good example, yet there's no denying she was preposterously effective in her field. She is answerable for one of the most notable American photos in the mainstream society circle. The insane part? She was exhorted at an opportune time by a displaying organization that it wasn't going to occur for her, and that she may needed to be a secretary. She, obviously, thought in an unexpected way. Fear is stupid. So are regrets. Marilyn Monroe outline. Just getting by can be a struggle. Particularly when you're not actually sure what you need to do, or where you're going. In any case, power through, battle on, and you will receive the benefits. I do trust I assisted with moving you today. In the event that you'd prefer to see progressively like this, kindly don't hesitate to subscribe to our Purposeful channel. Good luck.